Hi, Leo. This is a general reading for the sign of Leo. If you have Leo anywhere in your birth chart, please know that there is a message in this reading for you. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I do try to provide enough information during this reading that will help you along your journey of life. Some of that information, who knows what is going to come up in a reading, but it is designed as just one piece of your puzzle. And when we're doing a reading, we are focusing more on you, the core of your being, who you are, and what can we do during this stage of our lives to help us stay on or to find our life's purpose, our soul's mission. This month, Leo, the full moon is moving through the constellation of Aries. That is also known as the peach moon. It will be occurring September 29th. And I'm just letting you know in advance so you can kind of prepare for that. You may be feeling feelings of uncertainty, and your thoughts may be a little bit erratic at this time. And they make us feel like we should be moving faster, or that things should be moving at a different pace. And we may find ourselves wanting to force or rush decisions. That is Spirit's way of asking us to slow down, to take time out and find a pace that is comfortable for us. The moon is also, Leo, moving through your 9th house of life and philosophy, and this may test your belief system. If you may be finding yourself or putting yourself in a position where you will be forced to change your mind about a matter or take on a different point of view in a matter. And again, that is Spirit's way of asking us or moving us towards being more open-minded, testing our belief systems. And when we test our belief system, we grow. And the underlying message behind this let's focus this in here, Leo. And the underlying message, the foundation of this reading, is the Hangman. And I love that you get the Hangman, especially during this cycle of the moon, this cycle of your life, where you will be putting yourself or finding yourself in a position about an important matter that is going to require you to be open-minded and trust your belief system. Let's look and see how that card plays into the rest of your reading. And we start off right here with the moon. I think you are going to be very affected by the full moon. And so not only are we going to be experiencing the full moon on September 29th, but we are also going to experience the fall equinox on September 23rd. So there is a lot of moon happening, not only for you, Leo, but for all of us. And so the moon is about shining light on our parts of our shadow self, that we don't always like to look at, that we try to sweep under the rug, or that we're not aware of. And I see a lot of fire here for you, Leo. And things are starting to pick up. new opportunities are coming in for you. That's why we have this beautiful Four of Wands here. So not only is the Four of Wands about partnerships, but it's also about new beginnings. And it's about leaving the past behind and leaving behind what is no longer serving you. So we have the moon coming in, testing your belief system. Not only testing your belief system in your personal life, but testing your belief system in your public life. And I think that you're finally coming to a place where you can look towards the future with a positive outlook, or having a positive outlook. And you're finding yourself in a position where you're needing to make a large purchase or a large investment. Or you may find yourself being tempted to overspend. And I think that that is the challenge to your belief system in your professional life, in your public life, is that you may be tempted to overspend or overpurchase something or pay too much for something. You're going to pay too much for something. But be patient at this time, Leo. Keep your mind open. Just because something's always been done a certain way doesn't mean that that's the way that it always needs to be done. And I do believe that in this next few weeks, you are going to be challenged, and challenged not only in your professional life, but challenged in your private life. Your belief systems, what has worked for you in the past, is not going to work for you or is no longer serving you. No longer serving you. Let's see what we have going on. And we have this Knight of Pentacles here in your private life. Conflict, resistance, a gift that you're not wanting to receive, and the gift of strength. The universe is sending you in a gift of strength. So do know in your private life, whatever obstacles, whatever challenges that are coming in for you, you are going to be able to face those, and you have the strength to face these obstacles. and the Four of Cups. And when we look at that Four of Cups, we see that the universe, that spirit, is bringing in a gift. But then here we see the person that is really not interested in that gift, is not wanting to accept the gift, that this person is really focusing in on the Three Cups that are already there. And again, I do believe that that plays into the Hangman card and the Moon, and also the moon phases that we're going to be going through this next few weeks, Leo, where your belief system is going to be challenged, and Spirit is asking you to be open-minded and reevaluate your belief system and reevaluate what has worked for you in the past. And so I really just do believe that all around you're going to find yourself in situations that what has worked for you in the past is not going to work for you any longer. But Spirit, the universe, God is bringing you in the gift of being able to change and being able to evaluate and to go with the new flow of things. And I do believe that's why we have this Five of Wands here, is that you are having resistance. And if we look closer at this Knight of Pentacles, we can see that that Knight of Pentacles is actually viewing past, viewing beyond the present. And so if we think of the Pentacles, we can also think of the Pentacles as spiritual, as tangible, as worldly. But you're going to find yourself in a situation, Leo, where you're looking beyond what is visible, and you're going to be looking beyond to what is invisible, from the seen to the unseen. And again, I do believe that is why, oh, look, and we have that Judgment card even under the Hangman card. And we can almost think of that Judgment as a form of karma. But with that Hangman has intentionally hung himself on this tree to seek better understanding, to seek enlightenment. And that is what this glow here is for that Hangman, is about enlightenment. And I see a real big shift coming in for you, Leo. And I do understand that you have needed to overcome many obstacles this last few months in your personal life. And Spirit is really asking you to look within and focus on yourself. It's your personal transformation that will bring about the changes that you're wanting to make, or that you're seeking in your personal life. And all great and wonderful changes come from within. And you have or are embarking on a beautiful, wonderful spiritual journey. And Spirit is giving you, and Spirit wants you to know that you do have the strength to see this through. You do have the strength within you to see this through. Final thoughts, final messages. We have the World card, we have the Tower card. And again, if we look closer at the Tower card, Leo, when we first initially see that Tower card, we think of trauma, we think, but if we look closer, these people have actually chosen to leave the tower, to break free of the walls. And here we have the breaking free. And I love now that we're looking at these a little bit closer. But I think the end game for you, both in your personal life and in your public life, your career life, your home life, your family life, I think it is all about breaking free of the things that are no longer serving you. And if we look closer at this Tower card, that looks like fire, but that is not actually fire. That is actually yads. And a yad is the first letter of God in the Hebrew alphabet. And so this is blessings of God, blessings from heaven, blessings from the universe that are showering down on these people who have decided to break free of the tower, who have decided to break free of the things that are no longer serving them. I do have a little bit of a video. It's kind of an older video, but in that video, I do talk about the Tower card and a lot of the imagery and a lot about the meaning of the Tower card. I am going to post a little bit of a link to that video at the end of this reading. I feel you may find some useful information in there. But again, if we look at the World card, we see this beautiful dancer in the middle of this protective egg. And again, I do believe at Spirit at this time is divinely protecting you and divinely guiding you through this stage, through this journey of your life. And it does come down to learning and having the ability to trust ourselves, to trust Spirit, to trust the Spirit within us. We all have the wonderful, beautiful Spirit of creation, the Spirit of God within us, and learning to listen and trust that, and being divinely protected. And I do believe the Ace of Wands is about the gift of strength. You are being divinely protected in the past. And I do know, Leo, that in the past, you weren't afraid to show your love and to show those around you the value that you placed on them. And I think that that has caused you some hurt and some pain and some tensions in this life that has caused you to put up a protective barrier, almost to where it's almost seeming like, Leo, you're a little bit gun shy, and you're just a little bit leery at this time of showing your love and your feelings and your appreciation towards those that are in your life at this time, or towards those that are coming into your life. And it is okay. You know, it is okay to be afraid. You know, fear, for me, many times, fear is an indicator to me of what I should do. And so I do believe that fear is a wonderful and beautiful tool when we look at and analyze what is driving our fears. And so, yes, to be fearful of fire makes sense. To be fearful of tornadoes makes sense. to be fearful towards armed enemies makes sense. But what are we going to do with that fear? And so, for example, if we are facing an armed enemy, we can be frozen by that fear, or we can use that fear to motivate us to take action. And I do believe that that is what Spirit, that is what God, that is what the universe is guiding you towards and working you through and giving you the strength and giving you the blessings for at this time, Leo, is to use your fear to move you into the direction of a greater present, a greater future. Do not let that fear hold you back. Do not let that fear hold you behind. I also did want to take a little bit of time to give you some ideas on what we can do to prepare for the full moon September 29th. I know it's a little bit in advance, but I think that we can take this time to prepare for that beautiful harvest moon by setting our intentions. And a good way to set our intentions is to write down what we are wanting to let go of. And I do see at this time there are things that you are wanting to let go of, that you're wanting to change. Take a few minutes every day, maybe even 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but to write down what you're wanting to let go of, and a little statement, a little plan of how you're going to let that go. And also take that time to write a little gratitude list. And so just write down, and from now until September 29th, take a few moments each day to maybe write down 3 things that we're grateful for. And those other, writing down what you're wanting to let go of and stating your plan on how you want to move forward, you can take a few moments each day to tweak and adjust that. And then when the harvest moon is full, and that would be for many of us September 29th, it does vary according to where we are on the planet, but for many of us it will be September 29th, is to have a little releasing ceremony. And that little releasing ceremony, we could use like maybe a burning bowl, a paper tearing, or, you know, the Asian community, they have like little paper folding ceremonies. Maybe fold that piece of paper into a little lotus flower, or maybe even wrapping that paper, folding it up as a little gift and turning it into a little gift and tying it with a little string. But you can create your own ceremony. You find what works for you. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Leo. Thank you, Leo. Do leave in the comments section, you know, let's start with the gratitude. I love gratitude. We cannot practice enough gratitude. Just write in the comments one thing that you are grateful for. One thing that you are grateful for. Thank you, Leo. You have a blessed week.